Eastern Michigan head coach Sahar Nusseibeh. Coach, first year at the helm, but not your first time in the MAC. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey to get here and your past experiences in the conference?
Absolutely, Kaylee. Well, first off, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. And as you mentioned, not my first time in the MAC. Had the opportunity to work at Bowling Green State University earlier on in my career, and then also most recently at Miami of Ohio. Two phenomenal institutions, but I'm quite partial to Eastern. It's been a great 5 months so far. I'm just really grateful to be back in such a competitive conference. I love the Mid-American.
Well, you mentioned the 5 months job now. How would you assess the summer and ultimately your expectations for the group you put together?
Yeah, I think our big word has been progress. We're just trying to be a little bit better than we were the day before. So just trying to grow that 1%, just trying to be 1% better than we were the day before. I'm really big on how. I'm really big on our approach, not necessarily what we do, but how we do it. Our job is to create the what. Our job is to create the environment. Our women, their job is to execute it at a high standard, and that's the how. That's the approach. So we're trying to progress in our approach and just elevate that standard every single day. But so far, it's been great. There's been really good energy in the gym. The returners have embraced our new staff and all the new additions on the roster. So it's been really good so far.
A lot of the other coaches that we've talked to have discussed the importance of those summer sessions and the newer faces too, in terms of building relationships with those returning players. How would you describe the importance of that for you over the last few months?
Absolutely, Kaylee. I know relationships are everything. So those 5 weeks, we actually only had a 5 week summer session. That was huge in terms of building a bond and laying a foundation in terms of those relationships between coaching staff and players. Just getting the women who didn't quite know us as well to understand what we're about and who we are as people first, and vice versa. I think it goes far beyond the court. You got to learn your women as people, and they have to learn you as people. And I think once we establish that, now we can move forward on the court, because now there's trust and respect that's built. And that's what that summer's for. That summer is there to spend time together, learn each other as people off the court, learn what motivates us, learn our why, our purpose, and just find the commonalities and the alignment, and really create that believe in once we're on the court.
We do bring in 7 newcomers this season, including 5 transfers from Canisius, where you previously coached. What can you tell us about some of those new faces?
I don't know if you see my smiles here, but I'm smiling pretty big. I love the 5 that we brought in from Canisius. There's a reason we brought them to Eastern. They were a huge part of our success in our final year there at Canisius. They understand that how piece that I was just talking about. They understand the importance of the approach mentally and physically. They understand not just what we do, but what we're about, and our purpose, and what the style of play needs to look like, and what the environment in the locker room needs to be. I think that's a really big overlooked key sometimes, is you have to bring in women who are not only bought in, but believed in to the environment, and what that needs to sound like, look like, feel like, how we need to talk to each other, the standard that we need to hold each other to. And those 5 get it. And they've got it from go, and they've helped elevate this program and accelerate this program in the little time that they've been here. Outside of them, we have a transfer from St. Peter's University, Jada Williams, who I just respected as an opponent. She was in conference in the other MAC, and I thought she was a dominant post player. Had a couple phone conversations with her, and she's just a winner. She talked about wanting to be in a championship locker room, and that's all she had to say for me to be in. She can definitely play, but her mentality is what really told me that we needed her in our locker room.
Well, Coach, you have some tough non-conference games. You go to Michigan State, also Notre Dame. How do those games prepare you for what's coming the rest of the year?
Those are 2 pretty tough opponents. You've got a former BG coach and Coach Freilich, who's doing a phenomenal job at Michigan State. I have nothing but respect for her and her program. And then Notre Dame, I mean, that's a national name that everybody knows. And Coach Ivy's obviously taken the reins there and done a tremendous job. I think those will be incredible challenges for us as a young team, as a new team, in terms of What's our approach going in? You know, are we going to approach it as a 40-minute game, or are we going to be a possession by possession? And I think against teams like that, you have to be possession by possession. And I'm excited to see kind of how we go into those games. And I want to give them a run for their money. I want to go in kind of swinging and see how Michigan State responds, see how Notre Dame responds, and I want to earn their respect. It's really what we're looking to do. We're looking to create an identity for ourselves. We're looking to earn respect in the non-conference. So come January, come MAC play, people in the MAC know who we are and our style of play.
Well, Coach, before I let you go, I do want to ask you about the conference as a whole. Last year when Kent State won the tournament, there was a lot of discussion. Would we see Toledo, maybe Ball State get into that NCAA tournament? Ultimately, they didn't. But as someone who's been around the conference before, now entering your first year as a head coach in the MAC, what can you say about the level of competition and play you face on a nightly basis?
Haley, it's incredible. I already know it. I haven't coached a game as a head coach, but I already know it's an incredible level of play in terms of the compete. I mean, night in and night out, it's a dogfight. That was the spiel we used to give when I was at Miami, when I was at Bowling Green. It's all the same, and we're going to give it here with our recruits. If you are a competitor, this is your conference. And that goes for the players, that goes for the fan base, and that certainly goes for the coaches. I'm an ultimate competitor. Our staff are competitors. I'm really grateful to be in this conference. I think this is one of the best conferences when it comes to just coaching. I mean, the coaches in the MAC are just incredible, and I have so much respect for so many of the coaches, if not all of the coaches in this league. And I'm just ready to buckle up and do my best and us see what we got.
Coach, you sound like you're ready. I think you got me ready now too. I appreciate you taking the time. We look forward to seeing you later on this season.
Oh, Kaylee, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate the opportunity.
Me now is Eastern Michigan CC Aleko. CC, welcome to the MAC. When Coach took the job, what were those conversations like, and what ultimately led you to deciding to transfer?
When Coach Howard got the job, I was like, oh my God, my first thought was, okay, I'm going to the transfer portal and just wanted to see my option. And I don't know. I decided not to take any other visit because I felt like in my heart, like I wanted to follow her. And lady, which is so funny, is like 2 weeks before she got the job, I was talking to one of the assistant coach, Coach Yu. We went for lunch and I was telling her, oh my God, I wish we can just all go to another level, a bigger level, but the same coaching staff. And literally 2 weeks later, she had Eastern Michigan. And I don't know, in my heart, even when I was talking to other coaches, I was just like, no, I actually want to follow her. Like, I want her as my head coach. So that's why I choose Eastern Michigan.
That is awesome. And you're one of 5 players to go with Coach to Canisius. How has that helped the transition for you?
I felt like I'm really thankful. I feel like the transition has been like really helpful to know that yes, I do have to do it again, all over again, but like I have 4 other girls who knows me, 4 other girls that I play with. At Canisius, I have like 3 coaches that know me and like I know them, I know their expectation. So the transition has been like just amazing. And I'm grateful and thankful that, I know what we're talking about. I know the plays, I know everything, and people knows me too. So I'm thankful for that.
Now that the summer session is done and you've had some of your first practices under your belt, how are you feeling about the team and how was the summer as a whole?
The summer was great. I believe it was all about like building the foundation, the culture, just making like everybody to be on the same page and know what COSAR is all about, who we want to be as a program. That was all about like the summer. And now we're just, trying to get 1% better every day, trying to bring all the pieces together. And it has been fun. It has been fun. We have a lot lot of work to do still, but we're gonna be fine.
Well, you're an all-conference player at Canisius. For those who haven't seen you play yet, how would you describe your game and where your impact is felt most?
How would I describe my game? That's a great question. I think that I'm versatile. Um, Play physical. I can bang. I'm physical, post move, but I can also like shoot the three. I can also beat someone off the dribble. I can rebound the ball too. So I love to say that I'm versatile and I can do a little bit of everything.
As far as this team and entering a new season with a new staff and a new roster altogether, what are some of the goals that you guys have?
I think that the goals that we have is just the main focus is to love each other. I think that's a thing. Stay together, protect the fist. That's something that we love to say. And after that is just trying every day to be, like I said, 1% better and just giving everything that we have on the floor once it's game time. We have to show up. And the goal is just to stay together, show up, be 1% better, and everything else is going to take care of it.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, Cece, before we let you go, we are going to get you through some rapid fire questions so people can get to know you a little bit better. All right.
All right.
All right, Cece, what's your favorite food?
Lebanese food, Mediterranean food is my favorite. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite place to go on vacation?
That I've been, or like just my dream place?
You can give me your dream if you'd like.
Okay. My dream, I would say going to Italy or
Okay,
Greece. Yeah.
good choices. Song you can't get out of your head right now.
Song I cannot get out of my head. Mm, Long Journey by Rod Wave.
Okay. Dream job outside of basketball.
Ooh, dream job outside of basketball. Um, Sports psychologist.
Love that. Favorite color?
Blue.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Nope, I don't.
Favorite movie?
Mm, I would say Coach Carter.
Okay, that's a good one. If I'm
Hmm.
visiting campus, where's one place that I need to go?
Ooh. G3, go on
There
the
we
court.
go. Of
Yeah.
course. And one word to describe this year's team.
Mm, hmm. To describe this year's team, I'll say, whew, one word. I would say energetic.
Energetic. I like it. Cece, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it. We'll see you soon.